A young man once sat before his master, his head bowed in silence. He had achieved many things in life: good grades, a respected job, praise from others. Yet every night when he looked in the mirror, he felt empty. One evening he asked the master, "Why do I feel unworthy even when the world calls me successful?" The master listened quietly, then picked up a small mirror from the table. He held it before the young man and said, "Tell me, what do you see?" The young man replied, "I see myself." The master smiled. "And do you love what you see?" The young man looked down, ashamed. "No, I see my flaws. I see the mistakes I made. I see someone who never feels good enough." The master gently placed the mirror in his hands. "My son, the greatest blindness is to see yourself only through the eyes of others. The world may cheer for you or it may criticize you, but if your heart does not cheer for you, you will always feel empty." The young man's eyes filled with tears. "Then how, master? How can I learn to love myself?" The master poured tea into his cup and said, "First, understand this. Love is not born from perfection. The flower does not love itself because it is flawless. It loves itself because it is alive, because it blooms even with scars on its petals." He continued, "You must treat yourself as you would treat a child you deeply care for. Would you call that child worthless for stumbling? Or would you lift him up, guide him, and remind him of his worth? Why then do you not offer the same kindness to yourself?" The young man held the cup, listening deeply. The master leaned closer and spoke softly. "Begin with gratitude. Each morning thank yourself for waking up, for breathing, for simply surviving. Do not wait until you become someone else to feel worthy. Worth is not something to earn. It is something you already carry." The young man asked, "But what about my mistakes?" The master placed his hand on his shoulder. "Mistakes are not chains to hold you down, they are teachers to guide you forward. If you can forgive others, why do you not forgive yourself? To love yourself is to accept that you are human, beautiful, imperfect, ever-growing." Silence filled the room. Only the sound of the teacup being set down remained. Finally, the master said, "Look into the mirror again, not to find someone flawless, but to recognize someone who is trying, learning, surviving. That reflection deserves your love more than anyone else." The young man returned home that night. He stood before his mirror once again. This time, his reflection still carried flaws, but he saw something new. A soul worthy of kindness, a life worthy of love. And from that day forward, he began the journey, not to become perfect, but to love himself exactly as he was. The greatest relationship you will ever have is the one with yourself. When you learn to love yourself, every other love in life grows stronger.